And finally, before we finish this section, let me show you a very cool technique to implement a picker with navigation. Look at this contact method item here. So we want the user to select from one of the three contact methods: none, SMS, and email. One way to implement this is to create a custom cell with a picker. But picker in iOS is not really user-friendly. It looks kind of weird. At least I personally have never enjoyed using a picker despite being an iPhone user for years. And interestingly, I've noticed that even Apple doesn't use a picker in their apps. Most of the time, they use the navigation technique, which is what I'm going to show you in this lecture. So when I tap this contact method, we go to a second page where we can select a contact method, like this. Now the benefit of this approach is that here we can have a large list of items. We can also add a search bar, we can add an index panel. So it works both for short and long lists, and it's more user-friendly than displaying a picker on the bottom of the screen here. Now, if you want to code along with me, download the zip file I have attached to this lecture. There you will find this main page.xaml, and here we have a custom view cell with a stack layout and two labels. Nothing fancy here. This is purely to render this cell. In the zip file, you will also find contact methods page. And here we have a list view. And in the code behind, all I have done is set the item source. So pretty simple. Now let's see how we can implement picker with navigation. So back in main page, with this view cell, when the user taps this, I want to take the user to the target page. So here we can handle the tapped event. Now in this handler, I want to navigate the user to contact methods page. So navigation dot push async new contact methods page. And that means we should go to our app class and wrap the main page inside the navigation page. Otherwise, navigation does not work. So new navigation page, new main page, like this. So far, so good. Pretty easy. So we take the user here. Now, when the user selects an item in this list view, we want to take them back to the previous page and get that item and set it here. So here's our list view. You have seen this event before, item selected. Now, in this case, we don't want to handle this event inside this page. We want to handle it inside the consumer, which is our main page. So I want the main page to be notified when an item in the list view is selected. So remove this. We go into code behind for main page. I'm going to extract this into a separate variable. Now here, we need to access the list view on the page so we can handle its item selected event. But that list view is a private field. So look, here's our contacts page. This list view is a private field and we cannot access it anywhere else. So I'm going to go in the code behind, declare a public property to expose that list view. So public list view. I'm going to call this contact methods. And here in the getter, I'm going to return this list view, which is our private field. Okay. Now back in our main page, we can access page.contact methods. So here's our list view. Now dot item selected. We can handle this event directly here using a Lambda expression. So source and args goes to code block. So when an item is selected, I want to set the text for this label. In our main page, I've assigned a name to this label. It's called contact method. So here we can set contact method dot text equals args dot selected item, which is a string in this case. We still need to call toString because the type of this property is an object. And next, we need to pop this page from our navigation stack. So navigation.pop async. And the last step, I forgot to pass this page object here. Now note that I have not awaited these async calls because I'm not doing anything after. So I don't have to worry about this call being completed before doing something else. So this is pretty much all you have to do to implement Picker with navigation. And this brings us to the end of this section. I hope you enjoyed the content and thank you for watching.